All right, take two. Hopefully it works better. Chance to come on in. All right. Yep. Welcome back. Is the sound quality better? I hope. James, can you hear me? I always forget there's a delay. All right. Great. Great. That is good. So that works perfectly. I'm happy about that. All right. So I'll go ahead and put the link back up. I love this thing. I love this because it's a touch screen. I don't have to freaking use a mouse. There we go. Streams for anyone that wants to join in. We got it up to, I think it's 6 people. Now it sounds better. What's up, Robert? Happy Armed Forces Day to everyone that's just tuning in. Before we were interrupted, we were talking about the Space Force. And because yesterday they just unveiled their new flag, which was a pretty cool looking thing. It's kind of like it's got the whole Star Trek insignia thing on it. It's interesting. My question is, what is their camouflage going to look like? What do you guys think? You know, all of our armed forces have some sort of camouflage. What do you think, Mike? What do you think their camouflage is going to look like?
Well, probably they're going to go with the cheesy, takeoff from Star Trek.
Right? The two-tone uniform, like black and then red or blue or whatever on top like that.
Well,
One piece.
is kind of like the older space model that's going to ease people into it. I don't know.
Be interesting.
I mean, it's probably going to be very conservative and kind of like ease people into, what the possibilities are.
Black background with stars. There we go. Right?
Yeah.
They're just going there like, please, you're coming. Welcome back, Jim. The camera froze.
Oh, the camera froze. Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, happy Armed Forces Day to everyone who is watching who is a veteran. Thanks for all of yours and everything you did. And if we do have some veterans in the building, we can go ahead and your name and where you served. I'm Ken. I served in the U.S. Army. Anyone else who's around who served? I don't think you served, or did you?
I've never served.
Okay. Anyone who's watching?
I came from a military family, though.
Oh, cool. Well,
I definitely I gave up things because of the military. I had a very different life. Let's put it that way. Not a negative thing, though.
Right.
I'm glad that my family chose to do what they did. And,
right on.
We were born. My family. We were born all over the United States. Never had a home base really until later on in life.
So you're kind of like a military brat then, just all over the place wherever.
Yeah, I lived on there. I lived on the Navy base when I was a kid. We were from Pearl Harbor to Philadelphia Navy base, and I lived on base there. Yeah.
James Smith in the Army. Thank you for your service, James.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Jim.
Miss Jarhead. Jane is an Army vet. Thank you, Jane, for your service as well.
Thank you, Jay.
Jane Smith served 1981 to 2001. Wow, right on. So you retired in that pension money. Laura, welcome. Laura's joining us all the way from Britain. How's everything going down there? MP. There you go. Oh, watch out for Jane. She's going to get you. I was Army Intelligence. I was. Were you?
I don't remember the MOS, but I think biomedical equipment technician.
Nice.
35 something.
Right on. All right, we have someone else coming in. What's going on, Jarhead?
Not much. How are you, Kenny?
Hey, here you are.
Yeah, how's everything going?
What's that?
Everything going?
Going good. Get decent weather finally.
Very nice. Yeah, you guys were dealing with a bunch of snow just a week ago or so. Snow in the middle of May, man, and people say climate change is not real.
Yeah, we just got a dusting and a few bolts of lightning with that snow.
Oh, wow.
Great. And everyone who served, James, just love you all for your service. Thank you, James. Robert also says thank you for everyone's service. He has to go. I hope you're able to replay the stream whenever you get a chance.
Hi,
All right,
Kenny.
All right, guys. Big topic right now, of course, is always the coronavirus and all that. And what do you guys think? Since we're all about rights and all that. Now, I don't know if you guys are following the news, but just recently I was looking at an article, and in Wyoming, the Supreme Court ruled that the extension of the stay-at-home order that the governor put out was unconstitutional. And so as soon as the Supreme Court made this ruling, all of a sudden bars started opening up within an hour of it, and people were just packed in the bars and all that. So I just want to get your guys' opinion now. Now, back in the day when we had the the polio outbreak and all that, they forced people to get the vaccine, and they also, would force mandatory people to have the mask on, right? And so the Supreme Court backed that up. People tried to take the court and say, oh, it's against constitutional rights. And now Supreme Courts are saying, no. Now, they're, because, there's different judges in, and they're saying it's unconstitutional now. Do you guys, what side do you guys go on in respects to states being able to open back up, even though, we're still in the middle of a pandemic?
Well, I think we should have a choice. I think people should have a choice. I'm not necessarily. I don't necessarily think the government makes the best decisions for everybody, or they should be making decisions for everybody. I definitely feel some sort of way that there's a lot of forced things going on. I think people can make the right decisions. I mean, going and packing bars is probably not the best decision, but they may have to deal with that. There's consequences to your decisions.
There is. Okay. So we have two mics again. So we're gonna go, Mike Smith. I'm gonna just head. Whenever I say Mike S, I'm referring to you, and then whenever I say Mike.
All right.
All right. So Mike S, your thoughts there.
Reference, and I only got part of this because I couldn't hear anything, but about whether or not they make you take the vaccine.
I'm sorry, I didn't really hear you.
Can you hear me now? Was the question whether or not they should be able to make you take?
You didn't hear the question. We're talking about states' rights to be able to open back up their cities. Because in Wyoming, they're opening bars back up after the Supreme Court ruled that the stay-at-home order was unconstitutional.
Well, that's a touchy question right now, but I guess leave it up to the individual states. The thing is, bottom line, such as myself, I'm a heart patient, and I don't give an old gray rat's ass what the state of Indiana says. I'm going to hunker down at least for a while.
Okay, Mike, what about you?
Well, I think that we can't have one size fit all for all 50 states, and if a Supreme Court, based upon the the terms and the criteria that their public health officer and their state is saying that it's safe to open up, I think we should be able to do that.
Okay, great, thank you. And finally, hold on, where are we? Sorry, your opinion.
I think a lot of it comes down to common sense. Myself, it should be up to you whether you want to stay home or do whatever, but you also have to think about the other people that are out there. I don't know, it's a slippery slope to be on. I can see both sides. I understand both sides of it.
I
think they're crazy.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think I agree with all of you on that one. That it should be a state by state thing, because how each state is different, each county is different. There's different amount of people. They're being hit a different amount of way, and just because say New York super hard like they are, doesn't mean a place like or Alaska, for example, is getting hit the exact same way. So why should they have to, deal with the same type of ruling? And, that made a lot of sense to me. So, yeah, I totally agree with you guys on that.
Well, like in my case, I have two daughters that work in a hospital. One's a nurse anesthetist, so she's on the front line at a trauma hospital that's really getting slammed. And my feeling is you have a right to not get this, not stay home, not wear a mask, and so on. But in that case, keep your ass out of her hospital because she's got a right to live.
Is someone listening to music in the background? If they could they turn that down, please?
I hear something. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Anyway, well,
it was coming from your stream, Kenny.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Okay. Well, we have somebody here. Audience isn't allowed now. Yeah, no, audio pretty bad. Sorry about that. All right, so it says UK was late to shut down. We tried the herd immunity thing, and now we have the most amount of deaths in Europe. Yeah, and I also was looking at there was an article that showed that South Korea reported their first case of COVID the same day that we did, and yet they still have just under 300 deaths compared to us. So it looks like everything was handled. They handled it a little better, and they aren't getting hit. They're probably not getting hit quite as hard as us. But do you think that has to do with how the stricter standards may be there, as opposed to here, where it's more open, more liberty, more freedoms and stuff like that? You guys think that has something to do with it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of very in this virus, in my opinion, because I don't think we're comparing apples. The virus that's mutated, the virus that's in Asia is not necessarily the same and or the United States. So plan of actions are going to be different. So I don't think it's a fair comparison from South Asia.
We're not really getting audio here. It's barely coming in.
Gotta be getting wrong with audio issues again.
Let's try. You sound good.
All right, is this better?
You sounded good, Kenny. Whoever's with you, I could barely hear him.
I see Joe's lips, and I don't hear anything.
The audio is breaking up for me.
Okay.
Maybe we've caught
up higher on the pole. No, I don't have the new mic yet. This is a laptop, and it's using the laptop mic. And actually, you know what? Let me go. Hold on.
Make sure your Wi-Fi signal's good too.
Well, I got the helm here. Our buddy's got a new toy, and he's just ran away to try to get something to help him out. But we were talking about the virus and how it may have mutated. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I believe I had this virus the second week of December. If that blows anybody's mind. Not just me, my whole family, friends. There was a lot of us that had every symptom and every sickness. Every way it's described, we had this in the second week of December. No doubt about it. So whether or not it was exactly COVID-19 or it was its cousin, I just know I probably haven't gotten the flu in about 20 years. And I was deathly ill for probably about 2 weeks. There were thoughts going through my head. Am I dying? What the heck's going on? But I mean, like I did recover, we all did. It was bad though. It was bad. Headaches. I mean, it's funny. I actually, the other day I went to look for some Texas because we were texting each other back in December about being sick, and I found them all. We complained about headaches, diarrhea, dry cough, the whole 9 yards. It's a little too similar.
I'm not hearing anything.
No?
We can hear you fine.
This stinks when we have problems like this. There's probably a lot of people trying to use StreamYards.
All right, let's try this. Is it better sound now? I hope.
You sound great, Kenny.
We're just gonna have to. The problem is, since there's two people here. Wait, hold on. All right, so yeah. All right, so had to go get my headphones. I have a new mic coming, but it's not going to come to the end of next week. So unfortunately, you're going to have to bear with me until that comes in. And the problem is I'm doing this with someone else, so I can't wear my hands while I'm doing this. But all right, so what did I miss? I'm sorry. We were talking about the virus. Okay. All right, so the virus, he was talking about the virus that is mutating. There's different strains of it that are in, the different countries and all that. Do you guys, Mike S., do you agree with that?
I agree that the potential's there. By mutating, I assume changing a different makeup than the initial one that came out. Whether that's bad or good, I don't know. But I'm certainly the potential's there, I guess.
Right. And Daria,
I don't think this is brand new. Like all of a sudden it just surfaced, right? I mean, it's got to come from somewhere.
well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, this is what COVID-19. There's been COVID. From what I understand, I was reading it. Dogs carry of one form or another of the COVID all the time. This is totally not something new. Maybe this new strain of it that they're just discovering, but it doesn't mean, like you, Joe, was saying, that it's new. It did come from somewhere. It didn't just all of a sudden materialize out of nowhere. It was there. We just didn't know about it, and it wasn't a problem until now. Yeah. So maybe it made this jump sort of thing, because obviously it can't, because we all know that animals can be affected by COVID-19 as well.
Yeah, I know that there's vaccines for cows, bovine, for coronavirus. So this just might be a mutated thing from who knows what.
Okay. Jaria, what about you? Your opinion? You've been kind of quiet.
He just talked.
Oh, did he? See, I'm trying to figure out. See, I got really slow right now. I'm trying to. All right. So, yeah. So this whole COVID thing is kind of freaking crazy, man. And I'm just glad that no one here. Well, here's a question: do you guys know anyone that is affected by it at all? By COVID?
The world.
I've lost 8 people.
Anybody who's gotten it personally? I don't think I know anybody.
But then again, my age group's going to be older than most, except maybe Jarhead. Jarhead got a lot of white on that chin. He may be in my ballpark. How old are you, Jarhead?
I'm 51.
Oh,
I graduated kind of early.
Okay. You're a pup. I'll be 74 next month.
Oh my! You look good for 74.
Awesome.
You look good though.
Well, thank you. It's a lot of drugs, heart pills. I even had to take a pill to pee.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. And Jane says it was stateside, or it was reported. Yeah, unfortunately, hopefully I haven't got sick as well. So, moving on. Now, there's something I wanted to bring up a little bit. What do you guys think our government has responded to this outbreak? Were we too slow? Did we do too much? Or did we not do enough, in your guys' opinion? Mike, what about you? Start with you, Mike.
Well, it's hard to really say because we don't have the information the way that I would like to receive it firsthand. I don't believe that the news stations really fair and balanced with it. I think that we knew that they were gassed. I think there was a lot of spin and just say, yeah, this is what we're doing right now. But we're going to try this instead of just basically lying to it. And then the next day say, I didn't yesterday. But, it's kind of hard to deal with the unknown. Nobody sees the way that we see it. I don't know.
Okay. Mike S?
Well, it's sort of a damned if you do, damned if you don't deal. If you overreact, people go soup silly. But if you underreact, you've got Italy. I think, given the information we had at the time, that it's handled about as good as we'd expect it to be handled.
Right. Okay. And Joe?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, it seems to be, we've never been through this like in our lifetime, right? It's a very unique situation. So anything's 2020 in hindsight. I agree. I think they handled it as best as they could, and then just moving on out from here on out is where the test is going to be, It's is our government working now? Are they really working for us? Are they being proactive? I think that's. But as far as up to this point, I mean, it could be a lot worse.
Agreed. It could be very much worse, and I think the government has done a pretty good job considering that they really weren't, like you said, they thought would. I mean, they thought it would happen, but they definitely prepared for it. I think that if and when the second wave of this hits, because it will hit again, I will be a lot more better prepared, and I think it will go a lot smoothly. Faster response. I think it's kind of like you can almost liken it to what happened with the hurricane when FEMA first came, and everyone's all giving FEMA hell because you guys should have been ready. Well, they just been created. It wasn't something that they were necessarily ready for, and maybe there was a slower response. But I mean, unfortunately, that seems to be our history: is we react as opposed to um, prepare for something. We react hits as opposed to just being straight up prepared for it.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I think they did a pretty good job on that. Did they do too much? Maybe in some cases they did, but it'll be interesting to see how history views it, because history always will put a different spin on it. What do you guys think? Well, Mike, what do you think? How do you think history will dictate how we went about this?
Unfortunately, the idea of how history is going to view it is who's going to write it. Different governors approach to daily briefings. Obviously, they were a little more hands-on because they have been, let's just say, groomed in government speak, dealing with the population, hands-on people, and President Trump doesn't have that background. He has a background in corporate America where you're not specifically telling people what's going to happen before it happens. So, I mean, depending on your span or your political view, you're going to look at history a different way. But the reality is there's a lot of people dead. Well over 85,000 people, and I guarantee you, all of them are going to be upset.
Okay, yeah.
We lose him again. I think we lost Kenny.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're there?
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to know, how do you think the history? Oh, I'm sorry. How do you think history will look at how everything went down, how we handled this, how the world handled this?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess like all the governors that have had to make speeches and stuff like that, it's going to be documented. It's going to I guess the way we record history now compared to the past is different, and it's forever evolving. So I guess that's a tough call. How do we preserve history better now? I would think, but of course things get twisted pretty easy too. So are we preserving the truth? Probably not. I don't know. That's a good question.
There you are. You're back.
All right, Mike Smith, what about you? How do you think history will portray how we handled everything?
Well, first off, while I'm thinking about it, I was unable to hear Joe, and I hate that because I know I'm missing out on some stuff. But the thing is, history has a way of changing as it goes. I'm old enough to recall when Kennedy assassinated. It was St. John Kennedy then for many years, and now history has got him as a womanizer. So it's according to who's dictating the history at that particular moment.
Yeah, I would totally agree. Jarhead, welcome back. And I don't know if you've been following, but the question is, how do you think history will grade us on how we handled this COVID situation?
That's an interesting question. They could probably find faults in how long it took the government to actually shut the country down or shut the borders down. They'll probably find fault in that.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's fair because it did take a minute to do it, and there was a lot of debate on whether to do whether it was constitutionally able to do it. What about you, Mike Smith?
Is anyone hearing anything?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear Mike. I don't think Mike just heard us or heard you, Kenny. And he definitely can't hear me.
Yeah, I can. I don't think Mike just heard us or heard you. Oh, okay, Mike. If you didn't hear me, okay, Mike.
Somebody's echoing.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, the question is how history will judge us, how we handled this whole situation, how the world handled it at large.
I don't think Mike can hear you. Mike, can you hear
Mike,
Joe?
can you hear me?
Is it just me?
Just you.
Wow.
Mike can only just hear me.
And I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, that's strange. Mike, did you want to try going in and out again? Maybe that'll help.
Tell him to try turning it off and on again.
Mike, Kenny said to try going in and out. Maybe that'll help.
All right.
Goofy StreamYards.
Gotta love the
technology.
Gotta love electronics.
Yeah, I think all of you bring up very valid points about history. History is gonna judge this. It can judge it harshly, but then I think it's gonna judge it harshly just because of the opinion on Trump anyway in regards. A lot of people are just against him just to be against him. So anything goes wrong, they're just going to automatically they're gonna hate everything he does. It's bad because I don't think he's really done that bad of a job. I don't think they should judge the situation harshly on how he handled it, considering he wasn't a career politician and he had no idea this was happening. He had no idea what to do. He was caught off guard just like we were.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
I wouldn't want his seat. I'll tell you that much.
He's in a tough spot.
Yep. Sure is.
Can I say something?
Shoot. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Welcome back, Mike.
Hello.
All right. So, Mike, the question is how history is going to grade us as a whole, as a world. Hopefully.
Can you hear us, Mike? Yeah, he still can't hear me.
Mike, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can. So, Kenny, Mike still can't hear you.
Ask the question for Kenny.
Yeah.
It's so strange. I've noticed that. Well, Mike, would you ask him the question? Ask him the question, Mike, and then he can answer.
Mike, Kenny wants to know how the world will judge what we did with COVID-19, what the country did.
I don't know that we're far enough along yet to know how they're going to judge us. I'm afraid we're just kind of at the beginning of this, or we're at the end of the beginning, to try to sound like Churchill. But I don't know. A lot of it depends on what happens over the next 8, 9, 10 months.
Yeah.
True. It'll be interesting to see what time does.
Yeah, totally agreed. Yeah, no, I know it's premature to think about it, but I just want to see how you guys
Jarhead, on Kenny's
how
little
things
deal
are
up
going.
there, I keep getting a microphone with a slash across it.
Click on it.
Try clicking on it.
No, I see the same thing. It's next to his name.
Yeah, I'm muting my mic as other people are talking.
No, it's not something that lets me click on. And it comes and goes.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, I'm muting the mic so when you guys are talking, because I'm having a hard time hearing what you guys are saying. So I'm using the actual YouTube to do it. So you guys don't get feedback. I'm hitting the mute as I'm listening to what you guys are saying.
Makes sense.
Oh, okay. Got you.
That makes sense. Mike, what Kenny's muting his mic when we're talking. That way he doesn't get feedback.
Okay. And also, I'm still not hearing what Joe's got to say. I can tell when there's moving, but I think from him.
That's odd.
That's weird technology. Gotta love it and gotta hate it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. When I hit the YouTube, I can hear everybody. So I don't know, but like I'm just trying to listen off of StreamYard. It's just like I'm hearing blah, 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 blah. It's freaking horrible.
I think this COVID-19 is just in phase 1, or just getting over phase 1.
What do you guys think? How do you
agree
think
100%.
the auditors are dealing with this whole COVID situation? Do you think they should be out traveling less, or
is Kenny able to hear me?
I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you able to hear Mike, Kenny? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear. It's just there's a delay. There's a big delay for some reason.
Mike, Kenny can hear you, but he said that there's a big delay for some reason.
Okay. And I'm picking my nose. Can he tell which side of my nose I'm picking?
Joe heard him.
I see you heard him, Joe.
Yeah, no, I really can see it. Like I said, I think I have a really bad connection now, so I'm not really able to see. Thank goodness I'm not able to see.
Behind the speakers during this whole thing, sitting there back there giving it this stuff, and maybe that's what I ought to do.
Tate says the auditors caused COVID.
There may be something to that. If you listen to that, I think it was News New England
Auditors
last night.
caused COVID-19. You know what? It's probably Anselmo. He was probably the big cause of it.
I think the auditors are could possibly spread it around. They're not helping by going around to the different locations like they are.
Absolutely. Totally ignoring it. And maybe they're the kind that, perhaps they don't catch it. They merely carry it. And they carry it home and they carry it around to everyone else, but they just don't care.
They're all about themselves, nobody else.
Yep. And the money.
Seeing there's a bunch of oh, here we go. Someone's back.
Probably Glenn, the way his mouth runs. Mouth claims it's only the common cold.
Yeah, so I guess kind of lost connection there for a minute, but we're back.
I'm hearing him now.
Ah, it was you, Kenny.
Nice.
Now Kenny can't hear anybody else.
All right.
Thanks, Eric.
All right. What he got booted?
Yeah, it looks like you did.
He got booted off his own stream.
That'll teach him. Uh-oh. Don't say it again,
Oh,
John
he's
Eddie.
back.
Yeah, that's pretty bad freaking connection.
Yeah, we're making the best of it. Getting it done. Is he all right?
All right, so since this is Armed Forces Day, I wanted to, before we sign off on, I want to give everyone that was, because I think we all support the armed forces here, and I wanted to give everyone a chance to kind of like either to let everyone know why they should support the.
I didn't catch that. What did you say, Kenny?
I didn't get all of him.
Neither did I. He was all broken up. Yep, we lost him
Here he
again.
goes again.
Don't let that happen again.
He said, being that it's Armed Forces Day, he wants to give everybody a chance to say why they're proud of the service and such and so on.
Oh man,
Should we say? I mean, just
He'll catch up with us.
To me, as far as the country goes and the armed
Oh
forces,
yeah, I'm back. Pretty much. I want to get.
You're still breaking up, Kenny.
Recommend service people to join the service and why.
what?
Go ahead, somebody start.
What?
I didn't hear the question.
Yeah.
It's basically what I said before when Kenny disappeared.
Okay, that why we think the armed forces is important.
Okay, yeah, and because it's Armed Forces Day, I want to give everyone a chance to kind of say why they support the armed services and to why they would recommend it to other people.
May I start, and then I'll drop out of here. Maybe that'll help you all be able to hear.
Yes.
And to me, as far as the country is concerned, the armed forces, if you don't have the armed forces, you don't have the armed forces at their peak, then everything else is garbage. You don't have to worry about your Constitution. You get your ass kicked by
Yeah, can you hear me?
Bohemia. You know what I mean?
Okay, so whoever wants to start, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike.
You know, I
already-
mean,
but
the
Mike
armed,
was
to
talking.
me, the most important thing in our country is the armed forces. If you don't have a strong armed forces, the rest of us doesn't mean anything. If you get your butt kicked by another nation, your Constitution doesn't mean anything. You think North Korea would put up with Josh? I mean, to me, the armed forces is the most important thing in our country. All the rest of it we can work out, but not if we don't have a strong armed forces.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Couldn't have said it
Anybody
any
hear me?
better.
Absolutely.
And you know, another thing about the armed, well, there you go. See, but another thing, and as far as the armed forces, my dad, when my dad got out of high school, he wanted to go to college. So he thought he tried college for about a week, and he thought, well, this is boring. So he joined the armed forces, and he got a really neat assignment. He got assigned to Hickam Field in Hawaii on December 7th,
Wow.
41.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Ultimately, they switched over to the Army Air Corps, and my dad came into Louisville, Kentucky, and became a glider pilot, and flew into Normandy, flew a glider into Normandy on D-Day. So he kind of both ends of it.
Wow. That's
So
amazing.
I have a great deal of pride in it. Means a
That's
lot.
amazing.
Okay, that's it for me. Joe, you son of a gun! One of these days, I'll get to hear what you sound like. Is he like Australian accent or something, or good day, mate, and all that?
I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm so
I could talk like that.
Hey, what?
sorry.
Can we do this again sometime?
Really bad connection today.
I hope we get another shot at this because it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Huh? Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and call this one because it's just way too many technical issues for me. Yeah, we will.
Good.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and I definitely want to do this again sometime. It's just this is freaking it's really starting to annoy the hell out of me. I'm gonna end up getting really pissed off here. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it, but definitely you guys email me to keep in contact with me, you guys, so we can do this again sometime. Because definitely, like you guys said, this has a lot of potential. Thanks, Mike, thank you for your service. Jarhead, thank you for your service. Joe, as always, thank you for joining me on the stream.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
And I hope you get your voice fixed.
Thank
Joe.
you.
Kenny?
Can I just hear?
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Kenny, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
You both are breaking up.
Well, hey, can you hear me now, Jarhead?
Yes.
If you get a chance, run it.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
Like I said, once my freaking microphone comes, hopefully it'll be here by Friday. I order from Walmart. I can't order a microphone like that anywhere except online. It's really annoying, so I have to wait for it to get here.
Well, something you all might find interesting talking about in the future is since I retired from the police department, I'm now a paranormal investigator. Go all over the country investigating for ghosts and so on.
Oh, wow.
Perhaps we can get in that conversation time.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I've seen some stuff. Well, hey, I'm getting out of here. When he pops back up, tell him I say goodbye. And Joe, in the meantime,
I'm really about to fucking thing out.
take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Man, I'm telling you, this is starting to annoy the hell out of me.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, guys, have a good one.
StreamYard is bad.
All right, thanks for everyone that was in the stream. Texas Go, thank you for showing up. Taze, thank you. James, who else we got? Power Wagon, thank you. Local Metal DFW, thank you. Speed Addiction, thank you. Everyone, just thanks. Yeah, really sorry about this. It's really bad today. I was hoping it wouldn't be like this. I was really hoping this could be a really special show. Unfortunately, it's a failure because of StreamYard. Sorry about that, guys.
We gave it a shot, man. It's all right.
It'll only get better from here.
Hi, Kenny. Hi, Kenny. Okay, Kenny.
Gone again.
Yep. Bye,
All right,
Kenny.
guys. Hope everyone has a fantastic day. See y'all around. I'll be back with a video tomorrow.
Yay.
Be back with a video tomorrow.
We love your videos.
Hey, how's it going? Mrs.
Pretty
Jarhead,
good.
how are you?
I'm doing good. It was nice to hear your voice
Yeah,
again.
call it a day, and we'll show up tomorrow, give you guys a video. I'll make up for it. Bye. Everyone have a great night, great
Bye,
day.
all.
Stay safe. Oh, okay, guys. Sorry about that. Having some issues. But I hope everyone has a great day. We'll do this again next time. Come back with a video tomorrow. Make sure and see you guys later. Peace.